to grant me 5 minutes in a locked room with this demon.
I have
Would
a
you
feeling.
do that?
We never go in no neighborhoods and take people out.
This is Dale Williams. He is now being sentenced after confessing to running his ex-girlfriend off the road and fatally shooting her. She was a mother, and her 2 sons are in the courtroom. You see 30-year-old Anthony D. sliding over the table, and 23-year-old Jerome Stewart going around. In this frame, Anthony has Williams by his leg. After Dale Williams' first sentencing was postponed, he was later sentenced to 23 years to life. For the 2 sons, the judge sentenced them to serve 30 days in jail for assault, contempt of court, and obstructing an official business. This is Larry Nassar. He is now an American convicted sex offender and former osteopathic physician. For 18 years, he was the team doctor of the United States women's national gymnastics team, giving him access to hundreds of girls and young women whom he abused.
I have never wanted to hate someone in my life, but my hate towards you is uncontrollable. Larry Nassar, I hate you. I will work on forgiving you, as I know that is what God wants. But at this moment, I will leave forgiveness up to Him. But don't get too excited, Larry. You will probably never talk to a woman again.
Judge, would a distraught father have a chance to say something?
Go ahead, sir. But in a courtroom, we don't use profanity, but if you have some words that you would like to say, I would like to give you the opportunity to say them.
I would ask you to, as part of this sentencing, to grant me 5 minutes in a locked room with this demon.
I have
Would
a
you
feeling
do that?
that is not how
Yes or
our...
no?
No, sir, I can't.
Would you
do
give me
that.
1 minute?
You know that I can't do that. That's not how our legal system
Well, I'm gonna
works.
Nassar was sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison for various charges, to be served after a separate 60-year sentence. That means he'll serve at least 100 years in prison, effectively a life sentence. As for the father, he won't face any criminal charges. This is Lindy Jones and his younger brother Jalen Jones were arrested. Now, in court, the mother of the victim, Angela Fields, has some words for Lindy.
Just want to let you know just what they took from me. They took away my only child.
Her husband, Willie Clay Fields, was consoling her, but suddenly he couldn't bear the pain anymore. It's been so hard. The officers eventually managed to separate him from Lindy. Eventually, Lindy was sentenced to 35 years in prison, and his brother Jalen received a 6-year sentence in juvenile prison. 18-year-old Payton Gendron, who's facing multiple charges for murder, opened fire on May 14, 2022, at a predominantly Black Tops Friendly Market store in New York. Sadly, 10 black individuals lost their lives, and 3 others were hurt before he was finally arrested. In court, family members of the victims let him know how they feel about him.
My daughter, Robbie Drury, was a young woman. She was not married. She had no children. She never will. Robbie was our youngest daughter. When people ask, how many children do you have? I don't know what to say.
You destroy our lives forever. It's not a day that goes by that I won't remember May 14th and being 2 minutes sooner. I could have been in that store. And all I think about is, could I have saved my aunt? Could I have helped her get away from the bullets? Or could my mom be suffering more and lose her daughter, her granddaughter, and her sister?
One of the most touching statements was from Barbara Massey.
My name is Barbara Massey. I'm Catherine Massey's sister. You killed my sister. Cat was an aunt. She was a great aunt. She was a cousin. She was a friend. Cat said she was a committee of one. There's nothing Cat wouldn't do for people. I want personally to choke you and leave my fingerprints on your neck because it was unnecessary. You leave 200 miles to come to Buffalo. You don't even know any black people. You better say, cops, thank y'all for protecting me because I will hurt you so bad. You have made me sick. You got my family crying. I miss my sister every day. I live 3 doors down from Cat. You don't like black people. Man, you don't know a damn thing about black people. We're human. We like our kids to go to good schools. We love our kids.
While she was speaking, a supposed family member wanted to let Payton know how he felt.
We never go in those neighborhoods and take people out. Don't do it.
Luckily, the police were able to calm the situation. Then, it was Payton's turn to speak.
I'm very sorry for all the pain I forced the victims and their families to suffer through. I'm very sorry for stealing the lives of your loved ones. I cannot express how much I regret all the decisions I made leading up to my actions on May 14th. I did a terrible thing that day. I shot and killed people because they were black. Looking back now, I can't believe I actually did it. I believed what I read online and acted out of hate. I know I can't take it back, but I wish I could. And I don't want anyone to be inspired by me and what I did.
Eventually, the judge read her sentence.
The damage you have caused is too great, and the people you have hurt are too valuable to this community. You will never see the light of day as a free man ever again. It is the judgment of this court for your conviction under the first count of the indictment, a domestic act of terrorism motivated by hate in the first degree, an A1 felony, that you be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole.
Payton was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Dwayne Smith was in court for the sentencing of Clifford Thomas. Clifford and his girlfriend were arrested for killing 3-year-old Jamela, the daughter of Dwayne Smith. In court, Dwayne approaches the stand to deliver his victim impact statement, but decided to make another kind of impact. You can see Clifford's girlfriend and the mother of the child in tears. Eventually, the police separate the two men and the session is rescheduled. Clifford and his girlfriend were later sentenced to up to 15 years in prison. Dwayne Smith is a prime example of a victim acting out in court. However, could Dale Williams' case be considered even a little crazier? Dale Williams was facing charges for murder. In June 2017, Dale ran his ex-girlfriend, Elizabeth Pledger Stewart, off the road, causing her to crash. Dale then fatally shot her multiple times as onlookers watched. Now in court, the daughter of the victim was ready to begin her statement, but the sons of the victim had other plans. The police had to use their tasers to bring order to the court. The session was rescheduled. This time, the victim's aunt was able to say her piece.
When we saw him, his face, we felt it was so much emotion due to a flashback of how he just killed my niece.
Eventually, Dale was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison, but that wasn't all. The two brothers also appeared in court. Dale continues to serve his sentence in prison,